English Australia has been a force in the field of language teaching for the past 4 decades. Their commitment to excellence, collaboration and professional development has been commendable. Throughout their journey, English Australia has worked to raise the bar in English language teaching, helping Australia to set a benchmark for educators and institutions worldwide. Their dedication to providing members with the tools they need to succeed has been instrumental in shaping our industry. English Australia's spirit of collaboration has fostered partnerships with the English language teaching community, including with NIAS Australia. By sharing knowledge and best practices, they've created a supportive network that has benefited learners, educators, and institutions.
I'd like to focus on just one key area, and that is professionalism. In my mind, English Australia has enabled and continues to enable a significant professionalisation of the ELICOS sector workforce, and has done this through 2 key areas. First of all, promoting teaching skills development, and that's through the variety of things such as the CPD framework, the annual conference, regular state-based events, sponsoring the grassroots AusELT, and offering the Action Research project in conjunction with Cambridge. And in my interactions with teachers across the sector, I know that each of these areas has had very positive outcomes for teachers and therefore our students' English language learning. The second major contribution I'd like to talk about with professionalisation is English Australia has been instrumental in narrowing the research practice gap that exists in many professions. Often teachers don't see the relevance of research in ELT, and quite frankly, a lot of that research is not really written for teachers. But this is where the English Australia Journal comes in. I'm proud to say that for 5 years as the executive editor, I was very much focused on publishing journal editions that were research focused and at the same time relevant for teachers and other ELICOS stakeholders. We were able to publish Teachers' Action Research Outcomes, research by teachers who were undertaking formal research degrees such as PhDs and Master of Research, and research by academics who were looking at ways to help teachers in ELICOS understand second language teaching and learning practices.
Together as a team, we came up with this idea to bring in PEES, and the Pan-European Asian Visit Strategy worked fantastically. We targeted the top wholesale and retail travel agencies, study travel agencies, and we gave our best effort to sell Australia. So it was all based around inbounds, we called them in those days. So the fam trips, I think we ended up having 4, and each one was given a number, so P1, P2, P3, P4. So we would bring them into Australia, wine them and dine them, show them the true Australian culture. I took a group down to southwest, and we were fighting bushfires and rounding up ponies and cows, and they loved it. And that was what it was all about. It was really selling as much as anything, not so much that we were fantastic schools, but it was selling the Australian experience, the experience that they all dreamt about.
My introduction to the industry was just after Tiananmen Square, at a time where Chinese students were unfortunately left in Australia and the new flow of students stopped. This had a huge impact on the industry. Of course, our first concern as an association was for the students. And this is where we really came into our strength. We showed what we were made of. And that was because during that time, as colleges sadly closed because of the lack of students, the rest of the industry got together and made sure that every student was looked after. This was a time where all the fees had to be paid back, plus a $100 ex gratia payment. It was difficult for the industry, but we made it work by coming together as a community, as an association, and ensuring every student had a place in a classroom and was looked after.
I think English Australia has had such a powerful impact in bringing to life the evidence of the impact that we have on our community all around us. Once upon a time, you never would have heard the word ELICOS in the media, but now government, the media, people know that we're here, and that is so much thank you to English Australia and the huge impact they've had over 40 years.